Hi, this is a quick video for any estate agents who are looking to add in some extra content to go alongside their property feed. So once you log into our creative studio, you should see at least one creative in your account and it's called property feed. It's really important that you leave that because that's the web page that contains your branded property carousel. You'll see along the top here, there's a couple of tabs. You don't need to worry about screens, but you'll see a tab called playlist, and I'll show you this in a second, but you'll probably see one or two playlists depending how many screens you have. And this is where you will add in content once you've created it. I'll show you that in a second. So if I just go into creatives here and I'm going to hit create from template. Now you'll see here there's just a few example templates and you've got a couple of options here. You can either use one of these or you can go start fresh. And you'll see in the top right there's an option to select the orientation of your screen. So if you're using a portrait screen, switch it to widescreen 9:16. If you've got just a normal screen in landscape, then just leave as is like so, so widescreen 16:9. I'm gonna start with one of these templates just to show you the Creative Studio. So if I just hit use this template, you'll see here very simply this is our Creative Studio, and on the left there's a series of widgets that you can use to build up your content. So simply there's text, which is fairly self-explanatory. It's what we've got here. Welcome to our estate agency. So you could go in and change that. So I could change this to welcome to TrouDigital. And then if I wanted to as well, I could drag in my logo where it says logo here, and I'd do that using the image widget. The image widget is also what you'd use if you've got any full screen pieces of content you've made in an external design tool. So if I drag in image, there's then an option to open my media center, and that's where I can upload content. So if I hit open media center, then I can upload media from my PC ready to use. If not, I can just use an example piece of content that I've already got. So it's really important that when you upload anything, if it's from an external design tool, you just want to make sure that the design is either set to be 1920 by 1080 if you've got a landscape screen, or 1080 by 1920, so just flipped around if your content's portrait. So if I add in this, which is the background, and then if I wanted to make that full screen, so if this was a full screen poster, for example, I hit the fourth icon along here, which is fit, and that'll make it full screen. Obviously this is blurry because it's just a background image, but I'm going to delete that for now. So beyond that, to be honest, the best way to get an idea of the widgets is just jump in and have a play around, but the main ones you'd use are text, images, and video. So if you wanted to upload a full screen video, it'd work the same. Open it from your media center and then make it full screen with the fourth icon along. Really simple to do. Once you're happy with your design, just give it a name. So I could call this design 1 and hit save. And then if I press the little back arrow, last thing to do is just to assign it to my window playlist. So if I go into playlist here and then I hit the pencil icon, this will bring up my playlist. You'll see your property feed in here with a duration. It's up to you. The property feed is usually set to 10 seconds, but you could adjust that. So let's say I wanted it to be 60 seconds. And then let's say I wanted to add in that new design that I've done, and also this example here, this 0% deposit offer. So I just hover over, hit the add, and then I hover over and I click the add, and you'll see that's added those two designs in, and I can adjust the order like so if I wanted to. The duration will default to 10 seconds, but if there's a video in there, it will default to the length of that video. And that's really how you add in that content. What I could do, so the way this would work, it'd play my property carousel for a minute, then this for 10 seconds, then this for 10 seconds, and then it would go back to the property feed. If I had lots of things that I wanted to add, I could, add in the property feed again for say 60 seconds, like so, and then add in two pieces of content. Imagine these were different. That would be how I'd do it. But really simply, that's how you add in some content to go alongside your property feed. Don't need to worry about changing the name of your playlist, just stick as is. And once you're happy, hit update, give it a couple of minutes and your screen will update to reflect that change. And that's in a nutshell how you do it. The only other thing you might decide you want to do is choose a time for a specific piece of content to play. If you do decide to do that, hit this calendar icon and then that will give you various options to set expiry times and things like that. Really, really simple. That's how you add new content to your screen. Any questions, feel free to get in touch.